Hello Virgo, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you find that these messages are helpful and resonate, please leave a like and a comment and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. As you know, everything is in the description down below, so if you would like to book a personal reading or follow me on any of my social medias, everything is down there. And take a moment to look at that whenever you get a chance. So this is going to be your reading for what you need to know right now, or just any kind of just general messages that you guys may be needing to hear right now. So I did pull some cards before we get into the actual reading. So you have the animal spirit of vulture, and we have the Four of Cups with the high priestess at the bottom of the deck. So the vulture talks about rebalancing and being a purifier. As you know, that the vultures, they eat carcasses to help spread not help spread, but help not spread the disease of like dead animals and all of that kind of bacteria and stuff. And so when you apply that to your actual life, it's saying like, clean up your mess, don't leave anything behind. Things may be, if there is things that are like a mess, or that seems like that is just kind of like just out of whack right now, is actually a blessing in disguise for you. So let's get into that when we look into the Four of Cups. So then the Four of Cups here is saying to you that like, there may be something that you're just kind of not really sure about, or you're just kind of like, it's always my card of being like, like I'm not really feeling it. I don't really, I'm not really feeling what you're trying to offer me or something like that. So there could be something in front of you that you're just kind of like maybe hesitant, or something that you don't really want to take care of, but it's actually beneficial for you to take care of it before the situation gets worse. You have the high priestess at the bottom, so there's something about your intuition here. It's like you know what you should be doing at this moment. No matter what your situation is, it's like your intuition is telling you to maybe like tie up some loose ends, or just handle some sort of situation. And if you don't know how to, use your intuition, and it'll actually help you, lead you to figuring out what it is that you actually need to do and how to do it. So let's see. Let's look at what the cards have to say. Let's turn these around here. All right. There also could be something that you're kind of not seeing, Virgo, that you may need to take a closer look at. Let's say we have the Four of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles, which is your energy, Virgo. So it's like you're tending to your garden. It's like either you want to be in this state of peace, in a state of like being independent, or that's where you currently are right now. And maybe like it's like you're so focused on like tending to your garden, right, that there's other things and aspects of your life to where you kind of need to look at and kind of really assess those things. It's like you could be so focused on your peace of mind and your happiness and your individuality, or your independence, that there's other things that you could be ignoring. So Virgo, like for example, you are the sign of health. So like if there's something that you know that you need to take care of when it comes to your health, definitely don't ignore those signs, or don't ignore how you're feeling, or go to your doctor for a regular checkup or something like that if you know that it's been a while. Or it could be things where that's being offered to you with this let me move these over. With this Four of Cups, right? It's like if it doesn't bring you like freedom and happiness and joy, it's like you don't want it. And that could be leading you to ignore certain things that need to be taken care of with this vulture spirit. It's like you want to take care of like these issues before it starts to spread, or before it gets worse, or before there's nothing you can do about it. And this card almost kind of reminds me of what I was saying, like the vulture is like a purifier, right? So it's like you only want to be in this peace of mind where everything is just, sugar and honey and rainbows and all that stuff, But you could be so far into like only the things that make you happy that other things are falling out of balance. Read up. Ooh, okay. Okay. All right. So you have the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Two of Cups, the Seven of Cups, and the Eight of Swords. So let me go ahead and do this like that. So we go from the 9 to the 8, and then we have a lot of cups out here, the 4, the 2, and the 7. So 8 of Pentacles, Virgo, you're very much focused on whatever it is that you're working on right now. This could be a job, a career, or trying to just handle things to the best of your ability. You could be being paid for certain work here that you're currently focused on. And again, it could be something that you're just very, you know, because you're, like I said, you're focused on your independence and your peace of mind and your stability, tending to the things that make you happy, and that could be through your work. And you could just be going real hard with working right now, or making your money, or like, or focusing on your career. That's what the Eight of Pentacles talks about. It's also my life path card. So whatever you're doing, you're like on the right path. But it's almost like I said, you don't want to overwork yourself, or like really keep focusing on like one aspect of your life while everything else is falling to the wayside. You have the Two of Cups, so there's some sort of choice that you're making here, or it's a choice or something that you're choosing to enmesh yourself in. With the Seven of Cups right after that, which means there is a Five of Cups energy there with the Hierophant. Get to that in a second, but there's a Five of Cups energy between the 2 and the 7. And Five of Cups talks about, real quick. Five of Cups is like a loss, right? It's like a grieving kind of energy. So it could have been something. So it could be something where like you had a hard time with this vulture spirit, right? There could be something that was like, it's like just a little bit dysfunctional, right? And it's kind of like maybe that's something that you're grieving over, but in response to you grieving over whatever that dysfunctionality is, because Virgo, you are very much into like your habits and, you know, your routines and stuff. So it's like maybe there's something that may have interrupted that habit or that routine that you normally do, that makes you or your life or some part of your life kind of dysfunctional. So in response to that, you're overworking yourself, or choosing to focus on like whatever it is that makes you the most happy, or that keeps that peace of mind, right? And with the Seven of Cups, it's like, okay, you have choices. You either have choices, or there's a little bit of confusion here with whatever is going on with you at the current moment. I feel like there's choices though, because it's like you are making a choice with the Two of Cups, but then it's like other options around you. So I feel like out of these cups, right? Because you have the Four of Cups as well too. There's something that's being offered to you that you don't really want to take, or you're just kind of like contemplating about, or you're just not really feeling. But I kind of feel that you are making a choice. You're making some sort of choice out of the options that you do have. And then when we go over here, we have the Eight of Swords underneath the Four of Cups. So there's like maybe a choice that was being offered to you, or there's something about your current situation to where it's like you're not really making a move, right? That makes you feel stuck. But that's only a self-imposed imprisonment that you have here. So it's like you're not really stuck, or it's not that you can't really make a choice on something. It's just that you feel like you can't, and you're choosing to box yourself in. But you really do have the freedom of choice to do whatever you want here. And you are going to be making a choice out of whatever options are around you. I just think like I said, there's some sort of there's something that's going on that makes you feel a little bit dysfunctional, and it's like you're just choosing to be happy at the moment, but there's something that you need. There's a choice. There's an obvious choice that you need to make. Like I said, it was the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. So there's something where it's like your intuition is telling you that you need to do something, or it's leading you towards something, or leading you to do, or yeah, leading you to a choice that needs to be made. And I think you know what that choice is. No matter if it has to do with like your home life and work or something like that. There's a lot of cups and a lot of pentacles, and you have a lot of cups here. So it does have something to do with like your emotional stability. And I think your emotional stability is tied to your financial matter, if there is something that's going on with finances. You have the Hierophant underneath the Nine of Pentacles. So traditions, this could be, yeah, traditions, some sort of like institution, like whether it be like religion or like or being a leader of an institution, or a leader of like a corporation, or like a some sort of group or something like that. Either you have some sort of authority, or there's some authority that's around you that's dictating like your dysfunction. I almost kind of feel like the Nine of Pentacles and the Hierophant is saying like, I almost get the feeling like staying true to yourself, staying true to what makes you happy, or staying true to staying true to yourself, and staying true to like the things that you know that you need to do, the right things that you need to do. Again, with that High Priestess, is like following your intuition, staying true to like how you feel, where you're being led to go. You have the Wheel of Fortune underneath the Eight of Pentacles. So it's something that you're working on, something that you're focused on is going to. There's an aspect of luck to it. The wheel is always turning, right? So it's like whatever you're working on, you're going to see the benefits of that. For some of you, it could be very much a financial matter. Maybe there's some dysfunction with finances, so like maybe you owe money, to like an institution or corporation or something like that, and you're like trying to keep up on like debt or bills or something, and that's what's causing a little bit of dysfunction, which also coincides with like your emotional state, right? Maybe it's that you're wishing for some sort of financial freedom, but there's just other obligations. You have Temperance and the Ace of Swords. Ooh, Ace of Swords. So interesting, because even the Vulture signifies like clarity. And you have the Ace of Swords, and that's underneath the Seven of Cups. So you're cutting through any confusion, you're cutting through all the options and making that choice with the Two of Cups, right? This could also be an epiphany moment, aha moment. You have the Temperance underneath the Two of Cups, so there's being patient. And it's interesting here because you have the Two Cups here, right? And here he is, the angel is like, you know, mixing the water back and forth and being in a constant state of flow. So, which also goes into the intuition, the High Priestess that I was talking about earlier, because the traditional card, the angel has his eyes closed, but his third eye is open. So it's like you're very hyper focused on whatever this is right now, but you're also taking your time and being patient, and you're transmuting whatever emotions, whatever situation that this is. And like I was talking about earlier again, where it's like whatever is being whatever is dysfunctional in your life at this current moment, no matter what part or aspect of your life it is, it's like you put yourself into overdrive into some other part, right? To what's the word, to compensate, or to even overcompensate for, you know, the dysfunction or the lack of satisfaction in your life. There's other choices that need to be made that in your life right now. So, but it's like you're kind of like you're maybe ignoring it, and the vulture spirit is calling you to like, don't ignore anything, clean up your mess. If there's a mess that you, again, with the Eight of Swords, it's like it's a self-imposed limitation. So whatever self-imposed limitation, imprisonment that you have going on with yourself, right? No, it's like this card for me is always like, whatever situation you got yourself in, you can get yourself out of. There's no situation too grave or too dire that you cannot get yourself out of, that you've put yourself in. And even if there's other factors aside and beside you, right, that aren't necessarily your choices, or your, you know, have your involvement, you can always get yourself out of that situation, is what it's saying here. And especially because you have the Ace of Swords, and you start with the 8, you end with the Ace. So it's like, and everything in between here. So it's like, at the end of this, you can cut yourself out of this imprisonment. I'm getting like false imprisonment too. So it's like, it could be something, again, like if it's a financial matter with you, right? You could feel like you're imprisoned to like, I want to say the patriarchy, but that's not the right word. But if you understand what I'm trying to say, then awesome. But it's like you're enslaved to, like, maybe it's like you're working, and it's like you don't want to do what you're doing right now, right? And you want to be able to make money in a different sort of way, and that's what's causing your dysfunction, because you're not happy with about the current state of affairs. But like, you can get yourself out of this situation if you look at it from a different perspective, maybe. It's like, yeah, you don't want this job, but if you know that it's making you the money that you want to, you know, that you want to make, but you're not necessarily happy about it, you know, the money isn't always the most important part, but it sure helps, you know. So look at your financial situation, and what is it that you want to start doing with yourself, if that is your case, right? And it's kind of what I'm mostly getting, is like, it's really like tied to like your emotional state, or the choices that you're making, or the options that you have is around like maybe your career or your finance. So it's like, yeah, while you're making the money that you want, but you know that you want to make, but you're not happy while making it, you know, use the money that you already have to invest in something. Ooh, 6 of Cups. To invest, right? Make a choice out of, you know, the available options to you. And it's like, follow your intuition to whatever it is that you are feeling right now. Where is it that you want to invest your time and your energy and your money into? What will make you happy? We have the 10. Ooh, so we have the 6 of Cups, 10 of Swords, and the Strength card. Underneath we have the 3 of Wands. So waiting for your ships to come in, waiting for arrival, waiting for support or help. You're surveying your land or your kingdom and seeing where you want to start laying your foundation at, because the 3 of Wands, right? Next is 4 of Wands, which is the solid foundation, or like happy home. So you're surveying the land, or like you're surveying like your current situation to see like where it is where you want to start laying your foundation and start laying your roots, and you know, where you want to start to currently build. 6 of Cups is a return of energy here. It could be something from your childhood, or a past energy, past person, past situation. So there is something, again, within the 10 of Swords, right? So there is something, and this reminds me of the Vulture card, right? Because there's a, you know, essentially a dead carcass, right? And then the Vulture comes in to swoop down and to eat everything, and, you know, and clean it up. And it seems like there's like a past situation, or like a past energy, or something that's like, it may not even be something like from like, you know, like a long time ago type of past. You know, it could be something that it's just something that's behind you that you need to maybe look at and reassess. Again, what I was talking about earlier, and to really tie up those loose ends, because there's something that needs to be ended. Tie up those loose ends. There's something that needs to come to an end here. And it's like, it's slowly doing that. It's something slowly coming to an end, and I think you're realizing that, or there's something that you need to put an end to, because you realize that now, okay, this is kind of like the end of the road here. Strength card, using your inner strength, taming your inner lion here, or using that inner lion energy, right? That fire that's inside you. It could take a lot. Maybe there, like I was talking about, like maybe you feel like, okay, because the Eight of Pentacles is like work. You're working hard, but it also could be being overworked, or just working too much. And maybe you need to call in some sort of like higher power, or your inner power, right, to overcome whatever the situation is, because you need just that little bit of extra kick to make that decision, or to tie up those loose ends. Let's get a few more here. It's funny because I was just looking at all the eights that you have here, because you have the Eight of Pentacles, then you have the Strength card, and then the Eight of Cups comes out. So you're walking away from something. Like I was saying, there's something emotional here. There's a lot of cups out here. There's only 2 pentacles, but it's like financial freedom and working hard and paid work, or focusing on something that makes you money. But then all of that around it is cups. So it's definitely something that's tied to your financial situation, is tied to your emotional state, or even your emotional state is tied to your financial situation. So like, depending on how you feel, where your emotional state is, dictates like the kind of money or how much money you make, or the inverse of that. Take how it resonates for you. But you're walking away from something, so it's like, again, you're making that choice. There's something that you weren't really feeling in the beginning here that's being offered to you. You make a choice out of all the decisions, or out of all the choices that you have. Could be a little bit of confusion there, but you use your intuition to really tap into what makes you feel like this Nine of Pentacles, and to really get into that Eight of Pentacles energy, right? Being happy and being peaceful in the money that you're making, or what you're doing to make that money. And it's like you emotionally detach from something. Maybe it's even like, again, like I was talking about earlier, where you may feel as though like you like the money that you're making, but you don't like the fact that you're doing the job that is making you the money that you like. So it's like you emotionally detach from the fact that, like, okay, I may not like the job, but I like the money, and this is just a way for me to get from point A to point B. So you don't even look at it as like work. You just look at it as like, okay, this is just like leverage for me to get to my next point in life. And you look at it like that, and then you start to, the wheel starts to turn for you, and you start to see things in a different way. And then maybe you're able to leave your job. And then look, six of Swords. So more of that peaceful mind, going down calmer waters. It's like you take the lessons that you learned, right? There may be a little bit of baggage from, whatever it is that you've been through, but you take it with you as wisdom, which is also what the vulture represents, because it's the bird, right? So you get to carry that wisdom with you for the rest of your life, or to the next part of your life. Do one more card. Let's see what else. Last card. Number 8 could be very significant to you, like I said, because you do have, I forgot to mention, you do have 8 of Swords as well. So there is some sort of like cyclical energy here. I like to think 8 is a number of abundance as well. So like residual income. Finding a way to make residual income for yourself so that way you don't have to work so hard all the time. The moon. Here we go. Another. Oh, wait, hold on. I was going to say another 8, but 18. I believe, right? Yeah, 18. So, dreams. There could be a little bit of fears or anxieties here. Maybe you might want to start working at night. Maybe there's something about working at night, because I just was pulled to this moon here and this, this moon here and this moon here. So there could be something about working at night, or maybe like working at night shift, or doing something at night that'll help like increase your intuition or something like that. Maybe it's more peaceful for you to work on something at night because you have more mental clarity. But whatever fears or anxieties or subconscious, anything that's you are subconsciously fearing or whatever right now is only just like, I feel like it's just an illusion. Again, with that 8 of Swords. So it's just an illusion right now. So whatever it is that you're going through, Virgo, you can definitely get through it. Just use your intuition to guide you to the right places or to the right things, and you'll definitely be able to achieve. I feel like what this is like maybe just being more emotionally stable or financially stable. Like if there is something that you need to handle financially or emotionally, definitely clear that up. Because then you'll be able to move on to the next part of your life to where you'll feel a lot more calmer and a lot more free. So I'm going to leave it there, Virgo. I hope that was helpful. If it was, please leave a comment, like, and subscribe if you haven't already. I really greatly appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Bye.